Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we decode those boring corporate filings for you. Guess what we just found? A resignation that could shake things up for a company called Giftify. And you heard that right, someone's leaving the party, but why and what does it really mean for you? Stick around to find out. So what we have here is a special report called a Form 8K. This is like an urgent news alert from a company to the big bosses at the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. It's filed when something really important happens that shareholders need to know about right away. This report is being filed because on August 18th, something significant went down. The big news is that Balazs Wellish, the Chief Operating Officer of Restaurant.com, which is a part of Giftify, has resigned. Now, this might sound like just another executive leaving, but for a company like Giftify, which is trying to grow, especially with its common stock trading on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the ticker symbol GIFT, this kind of change at the top, especially for a subsidiary, can signal a lot of different things. Giftify is the parent company here, and its main gig is really focused on gift cards and related services. They aim to connect businesses with consumers who want to buy gifts or experiences. Restaurant.com is one of their key platforms, and having a COO leave that specific business unit is definitely noteworthy. Just to give you a little background, Giftify was incorporated in Delaware, and they have a commission file number of 001422206 and an IRS employer identification number of 4524482974. These are just bureaucratic details, but they confirm it's a formally registered company. Now, here's something interesting. Giftify is calling itself an emerging growth company. This means they get to follow some slightly different rules when it comes to reporting their financial information, allowing them to potentially delay adopting some new accounting standards. This often happens for younger companies as they navigate growth and public trading. The part of the filing that covers this resignation is typically Section 502, which deals with changes in the company's leadership or its compensation structures. It's all about who's in charge and how they are paid. So why would a COO of a subsidiary like Restaurant.com leave? Well, there are a bunch of possibilities. It could be a personal decision, a disagreement on strategy, or perhaps the company is heading in a new direction that no longer aligns with their vision. When a key executive steps down, especially from a significant subsidiary, it can cast a shadow over the immediate future of that subsidiary. Is this a sign of trouble for Restaurant.com? Is it a strategic pivot, or is it just a normal churn of personnel that happens in business? It's hard to say from just this one report, but it's something to watch closely. The filing also includes Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This is basically a standardized format that makes all the key information in the report easily readable by computers, which is super important for how the SEC processes and analyzes these company disclosures. The report is signed by Ketan Thacker, who is the president and CEO of Giftify. This tells us the top leadership is aware of and signing off on this information, while the COO of a subsidiary has resigned. The actual report filing is authorized at the highest level of the company. So looking at this from a broader perspective, Giftify is navigating the competitive landscape of gift cards and dining experiences. If Restaurant.com is a major revenue driver for Giftify, then losing its COO could impact operations, sales strategies, and future growth plans for that specific segment of the business. It's like a key player leaving a sports team. You never quite know the ripple effect until later. We don't have detailed financial tables in this particular 8K, which is focused on a specific event rather than a quarterly or annual performance review. But if we had the financial reports for Restaurant.com or Giftify as a whole, we'd be looking for any signs of declining performance that might have prompted such a departure. We'd want to see if revenue was down, if customer acquisition was slowing, or if profitability was under pressure. Right now, it's a bit of a cliffhanger for Giftify and Restaurant.com. Losing a COO is a significant event, but without more context, it's hard to predict the ultimate impact. Will Giftify quickly fill the role with someone equally capable? Will they reorganize the subsidiary, or is this resignation a symptom of larger challenges? Ultimately, this 8K filing tells us that there's been a change in a key leadership position within a subsidiary of Giftify. This could mean smooth sailing ahead if the transition is managed well, or it could be an early warning sign of internal shifts or potential challenges within the company's operations. So what's my take on this situation? Firstly, it's important to remember that executive departures happen all the time in business. Not every resignation signals disaster. However, the COO of a subsidiary is a pretty crucial role, especially if that subsidiary is a significant contributor to the overall business. If Restaurant.com is the engine driving Giftify's growth, then this is definitely a situation that warrants more attention. The lack of detailed financials in this specific report means we can't connect this directly to poor performance, but it does raise questions about the stability and direction of that particular unit. A notable risk here is the potential disruption to Restaurant.com's operations and strategic initiatives. A new COO will need time to get up to speed. And in the meantime, business could slow, or key projects could be delayed. On the opportunity side, if the departure is due to strategic disagreements, Giftify might be able to bring in new leadership that can inject fresh ideas to re-energize Restaurant.com. In conclusion, while this is just one piece of information for Giftify Inc., it's a piece that signals a potential shift. We need to keep an eye on who replaces Balazs Wellish and what happens with Restaurant.com in the coming quarters. The fact that they are an emerging growth company suggests they are in a phase of development where leadership stability is quite important. Alright, that's our breakdown of this Giftify 8K filing. What do you think about this executive departure and what it might mean for the company? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community. It's linked in the description below. We dive deeper into these filings there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.